And we're back with some more Rimworld. And the fairies have finally decided to do their assault from the last episode. And at the same time, we have got an incoming mechanoids. The mechanoid hive scanning process is close to determining your location. Basically, get out of Dodge. Like, get out of Dodge now. There was also a little bit of a mad quail. Yes, there's quail in the game now for some reason. We shot it. All right, all of you need to get back on the ship. We're leaving. The moment I saw that mechanoids thing coming in, we stripped out the beds and we moved them in here. We also moved in the table. And now that those crowd are coming, I think it's time we left. You get that. Yeah, just haul everything. Get everyone back inside the ship. We are getting out of here right now. I think we've almost got everything. All right, once you're all aboard, we're flying. All right, everyone's aboard. They're on their way over. We've basically stripped mined out everything. I really would have liked to clear out the rest of this. It's just... I'm really worried that those mechanoids could land at any time. So, time to launch. And... Oh, Hitler has got intelligence. Well, that's good for them. All right, let's load it up and get out of here. Are you sure you want to launch? Your current map, as well as anything not on gravship substructure, will be permanently lost. The launch process is destructive, meaning you won't be able to return. Basically, we destroy this tile. But that's okay, because there's 4 enemies coming to attack us. And I have thought about this long and hard about where we want to go next. Well, our options are kind of limited here. This is the maximum radius we can reach. Because we have 2 engines on our ship, we can only go a maximum of 20 tiles. As well as that, you need to have enough chemfuel to do it, which means you don't need enough fuel tanks. But basically, your engines determine how far you can jump. It's 20 tiles from the center to the edge. And if we put on 2 more engines, we should be able to jump 40 tiles. I think the first thing we're going to do is, we're going to pop over here. This is a farming worksite belonging to the Abraham Pact. Now, there is no Abraham Pact. As in, they're not a main faction, so basically they're a faction the game just invented for, well, basically putting together a worksite. Over here, we do have the Lax Alliance distress signal. I think we would like to help them out. Thing is, they're a bit away, and we do have 15 days before we have to show up. But then after we do Lax Alliance, I was thinking we could pop over here and do this ancient stockpile, which contains a gravcore so we can build our ship better. So, hop, scotch, along. And then once we get here, there's this button you can press down here that people pointed out in the comments. Very handy. It highlights things on the map so you can see where there's other little blobs. So for example, over here we can see there's a ancient garrison. So that's what I'm kind of interested in is garrisons and... Oh, that looks like a garrison or ruins. Ruins, yes. Anything else? Ooh, here's one in a lava lake. Was it lava flow high geothermal activity? Oh, I was expecting it to be ruins or something. Normally when there's a little blob thing in there, but I think it has to be grey. Oh, there's another one. Ruins with ancient uplink. Alright, so, yeah. Hop, scotch, some more. You, over here. That will cost us 80 chemfuel. Oh, minimum cost is 50 chemfuel. So for the first 5 tiles, it will always cost you 50 chemfuel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 will all cost 50. The moment you go beyond that, 10 chemfuel a tile. So it's 10 chemfuel a tile to move your ship. I don't know what happens as it gets bigger. Anyway, let's go. And basically, I think our engine basically incinerates the map. So all of those ferries over there, dead, tortured, scorched. I think. Yeah, leaves behind a scorched crater in the earth, which is perfect. It's exactly what we want. Now, this crowd, I don't know if they're friendly or angry with us. No, it's definitely an attack, so they're probably going to be angry. Let me have a look around here and see what we're dealing with. So, this farming colony is supposed to have a bunch of chocolate at it, and we can kill everyone here and it won't bother, well, it won't make us angry with anyone. This pawn over here appears to have a steel knife, which means not really much of a threat. There's supposed to be 4 people here, so we'll worry about the other 3. Hopefully they don't have ranged weaponry. I think we're going to land over here. Reason being? Steel. There's compacted steel over here. I say while we're here, we're only going to be here for, say, 5 to 10 days. We mine out all this steel, which we can use to help expand out our ship. And at the same time, I want to be closer to here so there's shorter mining trips. This will be a longer hike to kill all these guys, but I think it'll work. At the same time, there's also a nice piece of fertile soil right here. We can use that to plant some rice or maybe even something else. You know what? We'll just confirm the landing site and get this started. Overheated grav engine. While landing, an eagle never misses. Thumbroni overengaged the grav engine, causing it to overheat. The grav engines will take longer than normal to cool down. In the meantime, the grav ship can't be launched. Oh. Engine cooldown 7.1 days. That could be awkward. No, we're here for 7.1 days. And this one's going to be here for 15. 7.1 days is not a big deal. All right, let's get everyone together and go hunting. All right, here they come. From what I can see, though, it's club, knife, knife. I figure we're golden on this front. To trigger them, I basically just clip the sandbags. That way, it annoys them. Once we shoot the sandbags a bunch of times, they're like, "Oi, stop shooting our stuff," and then they charge at us. All we should have to do is kill or down 3 of them. Yeah, Mantis, how you looking? Staggeringly ugly chemical interest. You might actually fit in our group. Nope, never mind, you're dead. Okay, kind, tough, psychically hypersensitive. Well, tough is a problem. That means you're going to take a lot more bullets to go down. The stagger from that LMG is doing its job. Ooh, don't get any closer. Oh, that was close. Okay. In that case, which one of these would be most likely to get our hands on? Teetotaler? No, you would be hats. Let's see. Shooting and melee. Jogging, shooting and melee. You know what? I don't think I want either of you. Personally, we kind of want someone with animals so we can get ourselves some caravanning stuff, but that's okay. I think you should give your faction a name. What will we call our faction? How about the Mad Maxers? I think the Mad Maxers has a nice ring to it. Get down here. In fact, I'd like you all to explore. Actually, we should probably claim these buildings. The thing is, I realized we don't have anywhere to, store anyone. So no prisoner storage is available. Now, you can get down there, you can get down there, and you can... Oh, yeah, we still have to claim this place as well. Chocolate! Excellent. We'll take the lot, and you... Yeah, no, we don't want you. Also, we'll rip up all the floors, probably. That's a lot of wood. Actually, we probably might be faster just to chop trees near ourselves. We'll worry about that in a minute. Ooh, chairs! Excellent. Now, as a sort of a self-imposed rule, I was not going to build any chairs. I was just going to build stools until we could steal some proper chairs. And I think they've got a few good ones here. They've got at least 2 excellent and a couple of normals. Yeah, we'll stick them around. We'll be good to go. Okay, we've been at this for a while, so it's time to get a little bit more serious. First up, the schedule's input to biphasic, so we don't have to worry about things so much. And Berserk Cobra. Why did they go Berserk? Oh. Yeah, that's to be completely expected. Do we have any way of walling that in? We don't have any resources nearby, do we? Timbonia, get over here for a second. I'm going to need you to repair that door. And then we're also going to need someone over here to bring in a wall segment. If we just wall them in, it should stop them from doing anything stupid. So, yeah, just deconstruct a few bits and bobs here. You see, when it comes to Berserk, what happens is they basically start smashing down the door. And if they can get out the door, then you have to beat them down. So instead, we just wall them in. And now they'll beat down the door, and then when they're finished, they'll go, "Now what do I do?" Oh, no, they've given up. Great, we'll wait until they stop being angry, and then we'll go back in again. Pity they went berserk. I really wish they had a mental break that cracked their certainty. That would have been preferable. I think we're going to keep them. Thing is, they're psychically hypersensitive and tough. That is a really good combo. Unfortunately, they're incapable of dumb labor, but they've got a skill in intellectual plants cooking. Like, they've got options, and worst case scenario, we just put them on research forever and ever and ever. Also, yeah, I'm thinking about turning them into like a sort of a god king. Make them like, we're only going to have 1 or 2 pawns that are going to be psychcasters or have anything down that line. And having someone who's tough and psychically hypersensitive seems like, yes. Also, we might make them royalty. They'll need a throne room on the ship, but hey, a flying throne room just sounds ultra cool anyway. At the moment, though, we are dismantling these marble tables just so we can get our hands on some marble. And there's some flooring under here, totemic marble tile. I'm pretty sure that stuff's expensive. So, yeah, we're going to deconstruct that too. Oh, and don't worry, we've removed the roof already. There's no roof over the area. Always make sure you do that. And we put the 2 corpses in there. We'll just lock them in so that no one can see them. We might also want to get rid of those cages. Pretty sure, yeah, we don't like observing gibbet cages. I mean, can't deconstruct them unless we open them. That might be a job for Timbronia. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is definitely a job for Timbronia. Well, Cobra continues to berserk inside their cell for no reason. We have started on the mining over here. And at the same time, everyone's getting their naps in. Oh, and we've replaced the chairs with wooden dining chairs we have acquired. We'll also moved most of the corpses in here, got rid of some of the gibbet cages, got ourselves a whole bunch of marble blocks. That means we are going to need a sculpting table as well, so we can turn those marble blocks into something useful. And I need to maybe reorganize this. You know what? No, first we'll get our hands on some steel. That should make the reorganization easier. How much steel have we got so far? Not enough. However... Timbronia's married. We also want to get our hands on brewing. If we could start our brewing process, that would be really nice. Oh, finally! Cobra's calmed down. Well, Cobra, in that case, we will send people back in there. How are you feeling? Bit malnourished. Well, we couldn't get in there to feed you, so, I'm going to say that one was your own fault. All right, we'll let people back in there and we'll start on them again. Oh, minor problem. They did have an infection. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, I don't think they're going to survive. Left leg is completely, that's 80% infection, only 59% immunity. You're not surviving that one. In that case, operation time. Actually, better allow at least some medicine on you. We'll give you a herbal and we'll give you a peg leg. Left leg, isn't it? Don't want to get the wrong one. Yeah, it's definitely the left leg. In fact, we will use some industrial tech medicine, and when it comes to zones, I think we'll remove the roof above your head. Yeah. Yeah, that way it still counts as a room, and I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. Probably. Though you may end up with... Okay, maybe you'll end up dying, but we're not going to worry about that. All right, Michael, try not to botch this. Our plans was to have a tough, psychically hypersensitive pawn, but if they die, that would be... awkward. You got this. You got this. You don't got this. Right, failed catastrophically. Infection's still there. Tending to Cobra. No. I'm afraid we're going to have to give this another go. Can't wait. They'll be dead if we let you tend to them first. Why can't you... Whew. Almost put the surgery on Michael there instead of Cobra. That would have been awkward. You prioritize operating on Cobra. How's Cobra looking in terms of... They'll beat out in 10 hours, but installing peg leg. Okay, perfect. Wait a minute. Maybe the light needs to be over their head. Maybe that's what I did wrong. Yeah, just remove that roof area as well. Yeah, it's a prison cell, awful, cramped, it's grand, okay? Now, Michael, installing peg leg. Don't mess it up. I mean, okay, your surgery skill is only 6. Grand. You got this. And their infection's only at 99%. Oh, you did it. Okay. Honestly, I thought they were going to die. Okay, that's fine. Doctor care, but no medicine. They're probably going to get some infections. We don't care. There we go. You're going to be fine, Cobra. Sorry about the catastrophic operation failure. Pretty sure they're really going to hate Michael after that. There should be a general dislike. Botched my surgery, holding me prisoner. We did rescue you, kind of. You know what? You'll be grand. You'll be grand. All right, where were we? Oh, yes, we wanted to mine this out and quickly put in a new ship build right here. Do you know? First, I wanted to let Timbronia finish researching that beer brewing. Looks like everyone's decided to have a little party. Well, good for them. Is the party already over? Oh, even better. All right, you actually give us a butcher bill. Get rid of that crow. A crow wandered into the base, and we just had Timbronia punch it. Now, how are you doing? Oh, throwing up? Yeah, it's probably anesthetic wearing off on you. Don't worry, you'll be fine. We just got to convert you over to our religion as quickly as possible. Finally, beer brewing. All right, we should probably make sure we have somewhere to put the beer brewing when we're done. So this is going to be the size of our ship in total. Well, for now, we're going to need to get a gravcore to expand it out further, which is why, well, after this, we're going to be going around to get another gravcore. This should allow us to expand it out and put in some extra walls. Nice and square. And we definitely have enough steel to finish this off. The problem is we're going to start running out of gravlight panels. Got 197. And as well as that, how's our substructure looking? We can go up to 500. Actually, we can probably add on a little bit more. I would really like to get our bedrooms in here. And I would also like to maybe get a small prisoner area. Infusion for Cobra. Yeah, that's... fine. They're suffering from an amputated leg, a lot of injuries, and they're suffering from a lot. But they'll be grand, probably. Let's hope they don't end up with too many scars. We've already enough scars on the team. Starting to shape up nicely. Oh, and we should expand the zone as well. Perfect. Then we can rip out these walls. Once we've got all of those other walls in, we can rip out all of this, giving us a lot more space to work with. On steel-wise, still looking good. Michael is over there cranking up their mining skill. I think they were only 5 when they started. Thank God for the burning passion. And yeah, we got Timbronia in there as well. She's got a mining skill of 6, so she'll be able to help out. 1 second while we demolish a bunch of this junk. And that is a bunch of extra room. Now we just got to stick on some extra engines. Want some extra range on this thing. Second. Give me Odyssey. Give me engines. And 1 there. 1 there. Each one of those 180 components. Or sorry, 180 steel and 4 components. Actually, how's our component stockpile looking at the moment? 25 components, maybe? Yeah, 25 components. We're good for now, but we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Building a ship seems to eat through a lot of things. Steel mostly, but components are also going to be a problem. So I'm thinking, this was pointed out to me in the comments, just land on a place and just start strip mining it. We can move to the next place and strip mine that as well when the time comes. How are you looking? Engine cooldown 3 days. So in 3 more days, we can hop somewhere else, land near a steel deposit, because that's normally what gets you. You have to travel miles. This allows us to just land now and take the closest, richest steel deposit, and then bugger off when the time comes. And I think next up, we're going to move all of our bedrooms in here. Need to put a new design plan of how we're going to fit everything in. First things first, we're going to move all the beds out here. Then we're going to move out the table, the dining table, the wooden chest. Ooh, and where is that hoopstone ring? Didn't we have a hoopstone ring? I could have sworn we had... Oh, I forgot to bring it with us, didn't I? There we go. Wooden hoopstone ring installed. Keeping them nice and happy. Alright, once we get that moved over... Actually, what's this place like? Somewhat impressive. This is also somewhat impressive. Perfect. As long as we can keep them happy enough, I don't care. And we'll start getting statues in here as well. We're going to turn this place into... Actually, I think the nutrient paste dispenser is going to go. Now that we have a cook, a bad cook, but a cook nonetheless, I think the nutrient paste can go because it does drain power that we would like to use. That means that hopper can go as well. Yeah, there could be problems later on, but we can always rebuild it if needs be. Now, you going to move the last of that? I would really appreciate it if you would. Oh, and Cobra over here, when it comes to their religion, at 54% certainty. I think what we're going to do now is try and crack them again so that hopefully their next mental break is faith-related. Their catharsis will expire in 7 hours, then we'll, put some corpses in there with them or something. We'll sort something out to make them very unhappy. I'm sure we can make them unhappy enough to get a major mental break. Our new prisoner quarters are now up and running. Ooh, quest ship. Quest to the stars. Ship to the stars. Wait a minute. Quest ship to the stars. Give me ship to the stars. Jump to landed ship. So that's way off on the opposite side of the planet. But theoretically, we could just hopscotch our way the whole way in our ship. Does that mean we could just land our ship in there? And if we did land our ship in there and then just leave instead of actually completing the quest, would it destroy the ship? Probably, actually. You know what? Never mind. That silly question. I'm sure this opens up a whole bunch of new options for us. Now, over here, we're gonna move our kitchen in here. Thing is, kitchens have a work speed penalty. Work speed factor 80% because it's not in a kitchen. This biofuel refinery has 80% work speed because not in a workshop. Research speed of the simple research bench doesn't seem to be affected. It says it would prefer to be in a laboratory, but it's getting its max speed one way or the other. 75% is the maximum of a wooden one. So we're just going to separate everything out so they stop bothering each other. This is one of the new things they introduced as well. Buildings or constructor items like biofuel refineries need to be in workshops. You can click on something and look here. Optimal room, workshop. Kitchen, optimal room, kitchen. Well, electric stove. And laboratory or simple research bench, optimal room, laboratory. Now, is there anything unusual? For example, art, also workshop. So pretty much everything seems to go in the workshop, bar research-related stuff and kitchens. They have their own separate rooms. So, done, and you know what? Give us there. Also, at the same time, where is it? Wall lamps. Yes. Just the introduction of wall lamps is just one of those things that has changed things around so much. Otherwise, you need an entire square just for a light. Are you gonna light up? There we go. Perfect. All right. So that means this no longer has a work speed penalty. The electric stove. We should also make sure this gets priority cleaning, but I think that's about right. Oh, one last thing. Can't mess up. This is the zone to catch any foods that fall on the ground. So if a meal comes off of that, it gets registered. Otherwise, we can produce a whole bunch of meals there and they won't show up as being in our stockpile. And, ooh, price is starting to run a bit low. How's this crop looking? 66%? Yeah, we'll have a crop in no time. Don't think we'll be able to stick around for the psychoid, the heal root, or any of the other stuff, unfortunately. We get a launch again. We can launch again in 2.6 days. Huh. This engine's a bit weird. It's not connected to the grav engine. I think it's because there's a wall in the way. And once that wall goes, does it actually fix it, or is it just it's broken down and we couldn't repair it? Maybe that just requires a reload. We'll worry about that later. For now, this means the research area is now segmented off, and now this is its whole separate room as well, and it is the biofuel refinery is up to full speed. Excellent. We're just going to stick in a few more things here. The engine was not in the home area. Yeah, I'm an idiot. So, as long as the engine's in the home area, it can be repaired. Got it. Probably should have just read the tooltips. Okay, over here we're going to put in our construction section, our workshop section. We got wooden art bench, brewery, wooden electric tailoring bench, and stone cutters and table. All inside this area. As for the electric smelter, people have pointed out why. There's no point doing the electric smelter because, well, we can simply get as much steel as we want. So electric smelter will be left not quite utilized just yet. Oh, and we should uninstall the butcher's table. We don't need that there. It's just going to drag down the area because it's just going to dirty everything up. We can install it when we want to butcher things. For now, what are you doing? Holding chocolate to steel shelf. Excellent. While you're doing that, Timbronia, I'm going to... Oh, actually, yeah. Do you replace the components in that thruster just in case we need to leave in a hurry? But then after that, I'm going to get you to move some corpses about the place. Cobra here needs some company to make them hit the prerequisite mood. So now they're in extreme break threshold. Only two options. Either lose some faith or go berserk. We've also walled them in preemptively just in case they try something. We'll come back for them later. Alright, we've also got a prison here to move them to. One way or the other we'll move them in here. If we got to break them the normal way, we'll break them the normal way. We somehow ran out of wood for all of these things, which kind of makes sense. So we have harvested a whole bunch extra. We'll take that and chuck it inside. We are currently constructing one large sculpture out of marble. Unfortunately, Quoll is the only one who can do it. They have an artistic value of 4. I'm not expecting Mozart or anything here, or, well, great works of art in any way, shape, or form. However, we are also producing one duster. Dusters are just the best. They really are. Everyone knows it. And we're making it of elephant leather because that's the only material we have. How much time we got left before the engine's ready? 1.4 days. We need Cobra to break before then, one way or the other. Once they've done that, we can transfer them over here, and that means we're ready to rock anytime we want. And what else do we want to do? Oh, yeah, maybe get some more wood, steel, just a little bit of everything, actually. Unfortunate. Cobra went berserk. Well, fine. Their mood will go up by 40 when they're finished, so yeah, we'll just have to estimate then. Actually, how's your healing going? Yeah, they're almost completely healed. Okay, they've got massive malnutrition, but that's very fixable. And more poisoning. Okay, so we've got 2 people with food poisoning as well. Might want to hold out a bit before we move on. That's Michael, and that might be... Hithel. Right, actually, the heat stroke is probably not helping. We should really take care of that. What's the heat like in that room? Yeah, okay. So you know what? We'll leave that door open. Maybe that'll let some of the heat out. And indoors in here, it's down to 29 degrees. Perfect. We put in a couple of passive coolers. That way we can actually put ourselves together a whole bunch of wort. How much is in there? 5 warts in there, and it is going to take a few days, but that's grand. How much can this actually process per day? We can put in 25, so we can put in 5 batches. I just did 1 batch of this, of wort. The reason being is I wanted to process the hops we had collected. Then we stick it into the fermenting barrels, and then after like 6 days or so, the fermenting barrels pops out beer, and then we have beer to use. And now it seems we also have rice. Okay, well, once Cobra has finished berserking, we'll move them in here, we'll feed them, and then move them in here, or move them in here and then feed them, one or the other. Oh, plague. Yeah, that's not great at all. Michael, please tell me you didn't get plague. No, they've just got food poisoning, major. It's going to be a problem considering they're our best medic. That's going to make treating the plague a little difficult. Michael, going to need you to get up and immediately start tending to people. Ooh, yeah, Timpronia's got the plague, yeah. And, yeah, they need to go grab a snack. Namely because, yeah, they just vomited their guts up. Never even got to finish tending. Oh, this is not going to go well. Major food poisoning. Maybe I should have kept that food dispenser. Oh, certainty? Yeah, you know what? Let's just switch this back to recruitment. And, Quoll. Can we move them? I want to try and figure... Damn it! I used to know how to move people. Never mind. We just deleted their sleeping spot and arrested them. They get moved. And... Michael, why'd you do that? Food poisoning major. Yes, well, that's a problem. I understand. Just tend to Timbronia and try not to puke when you're doing it. Would be awkward. Come on. Come on. It'll be a terrible tend, but you're going to try your best. Okay, 40%. That's fine. Hey. Nope. Cool. Yeah, you can go back to work. What are you doing? Feeding simple meal to Timbronia. No. Nope, 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 nope. We want you to prioritize tending there. The plague we got to worry about, buddy. It's the plague that's the problem. And then you're going to prioritize tending to them. Yeah, I don't think Timbronia is very happy. It might have something to do with the plague she's got. Oh. Might be an idea to give them industrial tech medicine or better. Actually, we do have some herbal. You know what? We'll give the new guy some herbal medicine. Alright, time for the second round of 10s. I think Timbronia is going to be fine. Yeah, our immunity is at 51. In fact, let's just make sure bed rest is the priority for everyone who's sick. Quoll, how you doing? Wait, no. It's not a Quoll. It's Christazax. Okay, Christazax. You're at plague 54%, immunity 45.1. That's not good. That is very bad. That means the plague is almost 9%. Well, it's 9 percentage points ahead, almost 10. Hey, Michael? Get a good, better tent. Okay, better quality tent. And you're going to feed them as well. Now, how's this plague looking? 60% and 52. Okay, not great. Not great. Prioritize tending to Cobra if you wouldn't mind. Okay, so Cobra now has... Yeah, hopefully doesn't get too much worse. Oh, 63 to 55. Yeah, that's going to be real tight. That's going to be really, really tight. We already had to chop off their leg. With plague, unfortunately, the only way to stop it with an amputation is if you remove their head. But that's not really that useful. What the hell? Another gravcore detected? How many of these? Ancient reactor? Huh. Okay, so gravlight panels and gravcore. Like, these are ones I really want to do. Jump to ancient reactor. Ooh, so that one's north. Other one's kind of south of us. Kind of want to do the north one first, and then we'll have to go south afterwards. Actually, what are you like? You're on a Scarlands. Water here is toxic, and Scaria runs rampant. Mechanoids lurk in the... Yeah. Grant. I think I might actually prefer that one. I'll have to think about it, but this one down here looks even worse because it's in a toxic area. Yeah. So toxic or Scarlands. You know what? We'll worry about that, assuming nobody dies to this plague. Okay, I think we're going to get over this. The 10s worked out. Once Michael recovered from the food poisoning. Yeah. 75, 71. Okay. It's still a little bit tight on these two. But I think they're going to make it. Worst case scenario, we'll give them some more medicine in a bit. Can be tended, and yeah. Actually, that's what I'm going on. 68% 10 quality I'm quite happy with. And wait a minute, Michael. You do it again? Yep, you went down here, didn't you? Okay, tell you what. Grab your snack, and then you're carrying that back. Yeah, we're going to have you drag that all the way back, and then you're immediately going to tend everyone to make sure they're going to recover from this plague. Okay, everyone survived without dying. The immunity levels are finally up there, but that got pretty close at times. Got up to the 90% mark with a few of them. But it's okay. Just got to make sure to pick up maybe some more medicine. We've only got 28 left. At the same time, statue, first one was completed. It is poor, to be expected. Artwork is pretty terrible. Work is shaped like Timbronia, crawling across sun-baked dirt while vomiting. The scene takes place inside a blazing desert. First to Timbronia overheating. Well, it happens. All right, I think... How is everyone actually feeling health-wise and movement-wise? Okay, not great. Not terrible. Not great. Ooh. Yeah, okay, so we'll leave them out. I think we're going to grab a Mega Sloth real quick. Might be an idea. Okay, reasons to do this. 1, we get a lot of meat out of these. 2, we get a lot of hide out of these. That hide makes excellent dusters, which will protect our pawns once we've turned them into coats. Well, dusters, whatever. And 3, it gives us shooting experience. Risks. These things are fast. 4.8 move speed. So let's just take a healthy pawn who doesn't have any movement problems, and you will see they have a 4.6 move speed. We got to run from this thing. It's going to be a problem. So we need to make sure that the first damage we do hurts it enough that we can get away. 4.22. Excellent. So we have hit it in the neck, which has slowed it down, the body, the tail, and the heart. Ooh, good shot. Oh, Hithel. Damn. Yeah, the temp coming in clutch. Give us another round. Okay, then what we do is we spread everyone out. We need to figure out who they're chasing. Run. Actually, fire spew might be an idea. Oh, they're after Timbronia. In that case, everyone shoot. Nope, you guys need to move forward a bit. Don't want any crossfire. Oh. Yeah, you can run back, you can run there, you can turn around and shoot, and it's just a little bit of micromanagement. Basically, we use numbers and spread out to kill them. Ooh. That worked out pretty good. I'm actually kind of shocked how smooth that went. I was expecting that to kind of have some horrible problems. All right, fine, we'll take them, butcher them, and... Ooh. I'm going to install it in here. You know what? We can install it in here temporarily. And I need to see if there's any mods available. Just checked, and the mods are like so many of the mods I like are already up to date. The modders are legend. Big thanks to all of the modders. They make this game just so much more just playable. Just, oh, never mind. We are going to create a quick stockpile specifically for one item. First, we select, First, we select one, we go create stockpile. And then once we create stockpile, we go, we would like you to put it, say, there. Now what it's done is it has created a stockpile for that specific thing. That's it. We check through, go through the corpses. It's just made a stockpile for that one thing, which is Megasloth corpse. That's it. That's all it does. It just, sometimes you're like, oh, I want to get rid of these limestone chunks. You can make a quick stockpile, move all the stuff there really quickly without having to actually select everything. So handy. Next up is minimal light control. Night or day, the light will look a little bit brighter so that it's not so hard to see everything in the middle of the night. I know that was bugging a few people. Next up is range. If you hold down control, you can now see the range of your units instead of having to hover over B. Same time, double tap and it will show you the range of the unit. As well as that, if you select multiple units and double tap, it will show you the ranges of all of them. This way you can see the ranges of your weapons without having to constantly hover over the attack button all the time. Just like little things like that are amazing. Colourblind Mineral mods. We can see there's actually way more steel. The orange or orangey rust color is what steel looks like. Purple is uranium. I can't remember what plasteel is. I want to say it's blue. And look, see, you never would have noticed that if they hadn't actually changed the colors. You don't have to like scrounge around the map looking for things. Also helps colorblind people. Quest expiration critical. When a quest is about to expire, it'll show up over here as critical, I think in the last 6 hours or something like that. Dubs mint menus. Yes. Come in here and you have, instead of just cutting off, normally it cuts off here, and you only have this left-hand side bit, but it shows you chemfuel from wood, chemfuel from organics. If you click on food, it shows you what's used in everything. Why is twisted meat in there? You know what? Doesn't make a difference. But it shows you what ingredients it takes to make everything and shows you the icon for them. It just, it's much prettier. Dusters, all the materials required, all those things. Oh, and rim HUD. Finally, I'd forgotten. Oh, just so much better. And this gives us all of the information in here when you click on a pawn. So we can see their shooting, construction, their health, their mood, everything. This is brilliant, but not only that, we should just be able to go down in here and we should change some settings. We're not going to delve too deep into this. I've got a mod list video I made one time of the ones I really like, and this one's in it because it is amazing. But we're going to get rid of this. See this Counselor of Mad Maxers? We don't care about that. It shows relationship, kind, and faction. Below it, you can see gender, race, and age. So male, post-Geneva, and age 51. We want to get rid of the top one because I don't care about that, so we can remove that, and then we're going to add in something else. Add stat. Yes, we would like move speed. Here we go. Move speed stat. Done. Now we can see the move speed right there. That's all we're going to do. It just makes things so handy. And let's say grab an animal. Like this fella over here. We can see his move speed without having to go into the info panel. This just needs to be there by default. It's so handy. Like, you saw it there when we were shooting that Megasloth. We wanted to make sure it had its speed gunned it. You know what? Doesn't make a difference. Let's go butcher up this animal. Oh, sorry. Minimap. Yes, the minimap up here is also really useful. For example, if we click on a buffalo here and we click an anchor, search, it'll show us all of the buffaloes. If we click on... Is that fire? No, never mind. If we click on trees, it shows us all the trees. If we click on sandstone chunks, we can see where all the sandstone chunks are on the map. There's just little quality of life things, and you can see people when they're coming in from the edge of the map where raids are coming from without having to constantly check back and forth 100 times a minute. So useful. Oh, finally, Camera Plus. The main reason I use this for, you can zoom out more with it supposedly, like you can zoom out and see the whole map, but what I use it for is I can lock in a position, say, Control 1. Oh wait, no. Shift 1. It's left Alt and 1 to 9, and loaded is left Shift. It's been a while since I've done this. So left Alt, and we'll make that position 1, and then we'll move over here, and then at the moment we hit Shift 1, hops right back. Really handy for locking positions. Really good when you're recording, and I want to make sure people don't lose track of where you are when there's time jumps. Oh, one other mod that's been installed. It's Level Up +1. Every time a pawn levels up, we get a little notification in the top right. So you hear this sort of da-da. It's just handy, especially when they're leveling up their shooting. It's kind of fun when you've got a whole bunch of them opening fire and all of them suddenly start gaining levels in their shooting skill. Just makes you feel good. Oh, and we're not going to chop up that Mega Sloth just yet. Well, the reason being is, well, our current cook is a little bit feeling under the weather. So we don't want them cooking when they're currently got 69% consciousness. That's just you're going to get food poisoning. Like that's how you get enormous amounts of food poisoning. Right now, we're just removing the roof from this, and we're going to dig up all of this area to get as much wood as possible. And what are these, cocoa trees? That's interesting. I wonder if we can harvest them early. Quest expires in 1 hour. Here it is. This is the Quest Expiration Critical. It actually gives you a pop-up. Do we want to do this? Will we lose goodwill if we don't gain it? If we don't do the mission? Might be nice to actually see what they've got. You know what? We'll accept. We'll see if it messes with the goodwill. Done. Where are you? Jump to bandit camp. Actually, that might be on our way. You know what? Maybe that will be worthwhile. If we fail it, we fail it. I'm not going to be too worried. For now, we're just going to let everyone do their thing and grab ourselves some more wood. We're a little bit low on that, and we're also going to move some more stuff around. It looks like the royalty quest has dropped again. This is the one where you get to Deserter, and he's chased by like a lot of very dangerous people that we would not like to mess with. But he gives us the location of a camp where we can get some silent neuroformers. No, thank you. I think we're good on that front. Also, we are dismantling all of these the sandbags, because what we want to do is... What are you deconstructing the torch? That's fine. Deconstructing wooden wool. Back, just prioritize hauling some of that cloth. We'd like to get that cloth out of the rain if at all possible. Perfect. And then we're going to deconstruct all of this here, including the floors, actually. Reason being is that's totemic floor. It's basically super duper expensive, so just give us lots of wood when it gets ripped up. Yeah, like 10 wood apiece. That's better than harvesting trees. We'll take all of that and cram it into the ship as well. We're almost ready to get out of here. What the hell? An excellent sculpture? Quoll? That shouldn't even be possible. You're artistic as 6. You're a capable amateur at best. What do you got for us? On this piece is an image of Michael Veloso, sitting in quiet contemplation, reflecting on the profound truths within masterclass agriculture and treatment, with a cup of tea by his side. Michael Veloso is forever changed by the teachings of masterclass agriculture and treatment. Almost every shape of the image seems to be unbalanced. The depiction refers to Michael Veloso finishing masterclass agriculture and treatment. Well, yeah, everyone's got that book they're reading that is upping their skills in, what was it again? Plants and Medical. Actually, that's a really good read for you. Nice, actually. That'll help you out in your medical plants. Actually, quite a few people are going to get benefits from that. A little bit of passive medical gain won't hurt, especially if Michael gets injured. Ooh, should I grab an extra one of these seats before we go? You know what, nah, we got enough. We got enough seats for now. Chris Dezax has gone on a sad wander. That might be the complete lack of drugs. Yeah, that's a problem. I was really hoping to get some smoke leaf in, or some psychoid, or some beer sorted. Beer would be... Actually, let's put down a few more beer bottles. A few more fermenting barrels here would not go astray. Actually, cancel that for a second. We need to put down this statue. You can be installed over there. That'll make everyone nice and happy. And then we need to put together... 15 more wort. Yeah, we can put together 15 more wort, and that will get us another bunch of beers. Yeah, Cobra's gone berserk again. God damn it, Cobra. I'm trying to break your religion here, and all you're doing is just going berserk. Statistically speaking, you have been an absolute nightmare. Give me a steel wall here real quick. Tim, oh yeah, can you get on that immediately? 68, 62. Yeah, I think you got this. What? Perfect. And Cobra can now just seethe in there for as long as is necessary. All right, let's get ourselves some wort going on. I'm trying to remember if chocolate actually fulfills chemical need. For some reason I think it does, but I can't be sure. Does it? Oh, no, it fills recreation. That's it. It doesn't fill chemical need. Ooh, in that case, you know what? We need you to get yourself some chemical need going on. Hopefully this doesn't result in a heart attack. Okay. No, you're good, and you're happy. Perfect, and it filled your chemical need. Kristazak is going to get themselves some wake-up when they come out of this, or maybe some beer in about 1.3 days. 1.3 beer days, we'll have 25 beers. Yeah, if we're going to go with everyone who's got... we'll keep an eye out for more people who are chemically... How can I say... chemically fascinated. It seems like a fun run-through to actually do that. Just get a bunch of pawns who are all chemically fascinated. I think you could do a nice run that way. Since Kistazax is out of the running for cooking, we're going to have to get Hoethel to step up, and we're getting them to make baby food. Reason being, well, someone needs to cook right now. Have a bit of a problem in that our main cook is gone, and since we have no fridge, we didn't have any long-term storage, and somehow they ate all the pemmican because I forgot to tell them to not eat it all. So we're going to make a bunch of baby food, and they're allowed to eat it if they want. Oh, did I make that drag to storage? No, just drop it on the floor. Drop it on the floor is all that's necessary. Make a bunch of baby food and... Right. Well, honestly, I was expecting this to happen a lot sooner. Timbronia and Michael have decided that their divorce needs some discussion. Yeah. Well, they're just going to beat the snot out of each other for a while, and there's nothing much we can do about it. Ooh. Okay, at least they didn't lose any limbs, fingers, toes, you know. Grant, Michael, what are you doing, buddy? Consuming berries. Well, fine. Grab your berries. Timbronia's going to drag herself back to bed, and then you're going to medically tend to her. Because that's what you do after you beat someone to death. Well, beat someone into oblivion. Actually, we'll turn down the medicine on this to herbal medicine. And, yeah, why don't you tend? Considering the sheer quantity of beatdown that just happened here, this is going to use all of our herbal medicine, isn't it? And I don't think we're going to be around long enough to get more. We might have to harvest that early if at all possible. Ironically, the next best medic is Timbronia. Everyone else has either a medical of 1 or 2. And honestly, it actually kind of feels poetic. Why don't you just tend to them there? Use some decent meds because we need Michael back up and running soon. So the two of them beat the snot out of each other and then they tend to each other. Sounds like they had a wonderful marriage. Oh, and you might want to equip that machine gun when you're ready. Oh, beer, finally. Okay, that means, Kristazax, you're making both pemmican and then you're making a simple meal. That's fine. You know what? Come over here and drink a beer. Let's check and see what happens, okay? Give us some chemical. Nice. Oh, okay. Bull, you know what, buddy? You need to grab a beer as well. Just drink a beer. Perfect. And then can you hold that beer somewhere? No. Why can we not store beer somewhere? Have I filled all the shelves already? Yeah, that would seem about right. Quest-wise, we were about to pop over here in 1.5 days, and I was hoping to let the psychoid grow a little bit more, but I don't think we could wait any longer. Namely because we've just had an eclipse, so no sunlight, no growth. We're just going to harvest all of these early. Hopefully we get something out of them. If we do, great. If we don't, well, we don't have time. Some psychoid tea would be great. Combined with the beer, we should be able to keep everyone nice and happy. Guys, do you want to get on that? Yeah, we'll get enough to make a few teas. Quick little fill-up of all our beers. Like, we desperately need these beers. Having a, let's see, both, because Kristazax with chemical fascination and Quoll with chemical fascination really means we need those beers desperately. Also, research-wise, might be time to start trying... What the hell? Okay. Dub's mini-menu seems to have really changed the research screen. I might turn that off, because this is going to be way too confusing for me. Much better. Might be time to grab some packaged survival meals. We're going to need those long-term. Though, there's a few more things I would like to get our paws on. Solar panels, for one. We can put them on our ship, though. You know what? No. We're going to get microelectronics so that we can get the high-tech research bench. Yes. Shouldn't take more than a bajillion years. Also, we might put in a second research bench in our lab. Also, we should probably put in a light in that lab so it's not so horrifyingly bad in there. And everything else is powered up. Chemfuel wise, yeah, I think we got enough. We've harvested all of that. Have we got all the wood? Ooh, actually, there's cocoa trees over here we could try harvesting, but I'm not bothered. I think we've got enough of everything. One thing we also need to do is, well, our chemical fascination people need a new drug policy. Give us a drug policy 6. Nope, you are going to be chemical people. And for beer, you are always going to carry 2 of them on you, and you are going to have one every day, only if mood is Annie, and only if recreation is Annie. Perfect. That means you can be chemical people, and you can be chemical people. All the other drugs they treat the same, but they will have a beer once a day. That should keep them from ever having any mental breaks again. Ooh, and we're also going to need... We can't make Psych-IT. Research Psych-IT, then we'll go back and research the other stuff. You're forgetting how much junk you need in this. All of that effort for a nice, cool beer, totally worth it. Now, Crystal's Act. Chemical hunger is no longer -8. It should go to -4. Once we go up another chunk, you'll be into neutral. And then once they gain up here, they'll get +3, +6, something like that. They'll actually gain a happiness bonus. That beer... totally worth it. In fact, are you making more beer? No, you're cooking simple meals. I've set this bill up so that we can have, say, 10 simple meals laying around the place. That means everyone lives on the simple meals. We've no fridge for them. All the meat, though, gets turned into pemmican, and the pemmican, no one's allowed to eat it. Yet. We keep the pemmican around. We can use that long term. Do you need to get rid of that raw fungus and a few things? We don't ever need that. I might just leave that behind. Actually, nope. We need to get out of here. We only have 22 hours before this mission expires, and we would like to go and check out that distress signals because it's nice and close by. We can also hopefully grab some stuff there. Ooh, and get some shooting experience. Level 3 shooting, level 2 shooting, level 4 shooting, level 4, and Christosax, level 9. Only one with any decent shooting. Cool, where is it? There is, I'm pretty sure we had there's the assault rifle. Why have I not got that equipped already? Now, once you've finished your meal, you can go grab that. And now it's time to go. So, let's launch. I think our quality level has got up quite a bit. Having Hohithel with their intelligence is good. We're still getting rid of them. They're only temporary. We won't have anyone who's got good intelligence. Oh, actually, our newest recruit, whenever we name them, will have actually decent intelligence. Yep, and this entire map tile will be destroyed, unfortunately, but we don't care. Let's land over here. Yep, and the flying block takes off. Don't worry, the block will get bigger and tougher and stronger. And we are actually a flying saucer. We are literally a flying... Perfect. I suppose if I saw a giant building flying through the sky, I too would also think it's a flying saucer. Flesh mass. No. Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. Give me a second. Before we land, just look at this. Look, iron. Components. Easy to see. More iron, and more components. Oh, look at that. That purple stuff over here is uranium. So you can see everything nice and easy. Why don't they just do that normally? Well, why do you need to install a mod to make the minerals seem like very visible? You know what? It doesn't make a difference. We're going to land over here. This is going to put us behind these barricades so we have somewhere to fall back on and we can shoot over at stuff. Ooh, they got smoke leaf. And strawberries. Anything else? You know what? Doesn't make a difference. There is also 3 baddies on the map for now. A finger spike, a tri-spike, and a tough spike. But, oh yeah, confirm landing zone. I think it will be next episode before we're taking care of them because I'm already over 40 minutes because I can't help myself because it's just the way I am. Grav nausea. That's the worst thing we could get. I would have preferred to get stuck here for longer. Everyone's going to be nauseous for how long? 2 hours? 3 hours? 4 hours? Okay, it just gets worse and worse every time I click on someone. 5 hours? What? I suppose they're drunk. Yeah, that's probably not going to help too much. All right, I'm thinking the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill in that pit barrel. And nope, that will be for the next episode. For now, I think we did pretty good. We've actually expanded this out. We can put on another block. I'll probably put a block on the front. I think at the rear, we're probably going to need something to cover our engines. I'd like to do the tried and tested tradition of walling them in so that no one can just smash them from the outside. Also makes it harder to break into our ship. But that is for the next episode. For now, we've got a recruit ready to go that should hopefully be joining us shortly. Christosax is actually coming up with the cooking. They're almost up at 8, which means they'll stop food poisoning us. And Hohithel, we still haven't managed to get rid of them yet. But soon. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck.